Happy Wednesday, my dear students! How are you all doing today? Today is April 22nd, 2020. And do you know that this day is so special? Because today is Earth Day. You're right. Every April 22nd, we celebrate Earth Day. So I would like to greet all of you Happy Earth Day. And let's all greet our Earth, our planet, Happy Earth Day. You can also greet your parents or your friends. And we are going to make this day very special through this lesson on language arts. So we will have our language arts lesson. And in the end, we will have a task that will be very helpful for our Mother Earth. It's a very beautiful way to celebrate Earth Day. Now let's move on. Yes, right. This one is April 22nd, and April 22nd is Earth Day. Every year we celebrate Earth Day every April 22nd. But it's just to celebrate, to remind us. But we try our best to make every day an Earth Day. So we don't just do nice things or beautiful things for our Mother Earth on April 22nd. We try to do it every single day. Just like what you guys been doing by recycling, by creating less waste, by planting trees, by taking good care of animals. Basically just caring for our Mother Earth, which is so beautiful thing to do. Now let's move on to our language arts lesson. So we already know when to use the question word how. It is used to ask about process of doing things or description or describing something like how does it look like? How's the weather today? How does it feel? Today we're going to focus on the use of how as a process. We do know what a process is already, right? We talked about the life cycle process. We talked about our inquiry process. And this one is closely related to that. First, I'm going to give you a question. How does a plant grow? How does a plant grow? I believe you already know. So this pictures right here that I'm using is from Mark. So Mark sent this task on how he thinks plants grow and or how he understood the lesson from last week on how plants grow. And let's take a look at this and let's see if this is right, if this process is right. Okay? How does a plant grow? First, it's a mature plant that has a cute little bud with a flower that's about to grow. And then there's a little plant under the ground and we'll water it. Just a little bit of water. It's still growing, it has a few roots and it's under the ground. Then that little sprout under the ground goes out as a young plant. And that young plant needs water and light. After that, this plant will have a beautiful flower, which looks like a sunflower, by the way, which I really love, and it's so cute. And when the flower grows, the flower blooms, then the flower disappears. Alright, do you think this process is right? And finally, we plant the seed. So first, there's a mature plant which is about to have a flower, and then there's a sprout under the ground. We water it. Next, a young plant grows which needs water and light, and then a beautiful flower grows from it, and then there's no flower. And finally, we plant the seed. Is this process correct? Uh-oh, there's something wrong in this process. Don't worry, Mark, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I did this. So, that process is really not right. That's the reason why we can't just scramble it like that. And we need a proper sequence. This word is sequence. Can everybody say the word sequence? Say sequence. So what's a sequence? Sequence describes events in order or explains the steps one must follow to do something or make something. So a sequence is just like a process. A process has a sequence. It should has something that happens first, something that happens second, next, last, and finally. We usually have that sequence or process because if we don't follow a sequence, the process will look like this. And do you think it will work out? Does it make sense? Can the plant grow like this? Well, that's why we need sequence, and we follow that sequence to be able to do the process correctly. And then, to explain the process or to explain the sequence, we use signal words, or we call them sequence words. Example, first, second, next, last, another, then, finally, after that, before. There are more sequence words. These are the common ones that we usually use. And we can start from here. So here in this picture, it tells us how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. First, we prepare the jam or the jelly and the peanut butter. And we slice a bread from a toast. And we put peanut butter on the toast, and on the other side we put the jelly, and we fold it, and then we enjoy it. So, sequence describes events in order to explain the steps one must follow to do something or make something. So most of the things we do, there's a sequence or right way to do them, so that we can be able to do them properly or correctly. And these signal words, we use them to describe a process. Just like the life cycle of a butterfly, that's a process, and there's a sequence on how to explain the life cycle of a butterfly. And we usually use these sequence words to make our explanation better and to understand us better. So here are the common ones that we usually use. Can you say the word after me? Okay. First, first, next, next, then, after that, finally. So these are the 5 sequence words that we can easily use and remember. And let's try to use them in examples. So let's take a look at Mark's illustration or poster about the life cycle of a plant. Let's see if this is right now. Is this in proper sequence? Is this process correct? Yes, that's right. How does a plant grow? First, we plant a seed and water it a little bit. Second, the seed grows a little plant under the ground and it starts growing roots. Next, a young plant grows from the ground and we give it some light and water. Then, the mature plant starts growing. After that mature plant starts having a flower, and it will soon bloom. Finally, the plant is big enough to bloom into a beautiful flower or to a beautiful plant, which is now a lot stronger and is ready to make some seeds for a new cycle, for the cycle to continue. See? That is how we try to use those sequence words. We say first, second, next, then, after that, finally. So sometimes in a process there are a lot of sequence, so many events. So we try to use different kinds of sequence words. Usually next and then are repeated several times, and that's okay. So usually, most of the time, we just say the word first and second and finally only once. Because first is always first, finally or last is always last. In between, we can either use next, then, after that, and it can be repeated several times. Now, here are some examples on some different kinds of processes or how to do things. First one, how to make a cup of tea. First, we boil some water. Next, serve the water in a cup. Then, put the tea bag in the water. After that, add some sugar and milk. This is like milk tea. Finally, add a biscuit and enjoy it. We enjoy our tea with some biscuit. So that's a process. Can we put sugar and milk first before boiling water? That doesn't seem right, but you can give it a try. But usually this is the process on making a cup of tea. Now here's another example. What do you do in the morning, or how do you get ready in the morning? First, I wake up at 8 o'clock. That's very late. Miss Danica wakes up a lot earlier than that. I'm not sure about you. Next, I have breakfast. Then, I brush my teeth. After that, I get dressed. And finally, I start school at 9 o'clock. Can we do I get dressed first before waking up? I don't think so. What about can I brush my teeth first before having breakfast? Not really. Some people do that though. Like right after they wake up, they brush their teeth and then they have breakfast. But most of us, we try to brush our teeth after having breakfast so we can get ready for school or go out with clean teeth. Now, here's another example. First, next, then, after, finally. How do you play hide and seek? How do you play hide and seek? First, the group decides who counts. Next, one person counts to 20 with the eyes closed. The others hide. Then, the person ends counting and starts looking for the others. After that, if someone gets the counting place before the seeker, wins. So let me read it again. If someone gets to the counting place before the seeker, wins. So that child or that player will win if that child goes to the counting place before the seeker. And finally, when everybody is found or saved, the game ends. And another game starts again. So most likely the last person who was found who is not able to go to the counting place is the last one, or the last one will be the it. We call it the it. So the person who will count and find the others in the next round. See how important all these sequence words are. It makes us easier to explain how to do things or how the process goes. Now, here's going to be your task. I told you today is Earth Day, so we will try our best to make something beautiful for Earth. I know that in the past few units, especially the first 3 units we had, or even like when you were at home, we've been doing so many beautiful things for our Mother Earth. You guys are really, really great in taking care of Mother Earth, or loving the only world or the only place, the only home we have. So As a tribute to Mother Earth for this Earth Day, this is going to be your task. How can you help our Mother Earth? I know you have a lot of ideas, from recycling, from cleaning, from less waste, and many other things. So, this is a big question. How can you help our Mother Earth? Choose a process that you would like to share with others. Write the process on a paper, or illustrate using a poster, or show through a video. Make sure to use the sequence words that you have learned. Okay? So the main question will be, how can you help our Mother Earth? How? All of you, each of you already knows how. You have an idea, right? Because you guys, for like the past few months of being with you, you've developed a big love for our Mother Earth, which is a beautiful thing. Because we all know this is the only home we have. We can't live in our neighboring planets. Can we live in Mars? Or maybe in Venus? I don't think so. So we only have one home that we can take good care of, that we should take good care of. It's our responsibility, right? And because as IBPYP students or IBPYP learners, we are all caring learners. That's one of the things that makes us a very good student. We are all caring. So, let's all be caring. And then show how we can help our Mother Earth using sequence words. So what you're gonna do, choose one process that you would like to share with other people, not just your classmates, but maybe with others too. Maybe something special that you know. And then write the process, or you make a poster, or you can show it through a video. And then try to use the sequence words that you have learned. Okay? I hope you guys enjoy this task. And a beautiful reminder every day. Make every day Earth Day. We all know that we celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd, but we always try our best to make each single day an Earth Day. I love you, my caring students, and I really miss you all. Hope to see you soon. Bye!